My friend, your 20s are not just another decade of life. They are the foundation of everything that follows. The choices you make, the habits you form, and the people you spend time with during this period can set the trajectory for decades to come. You see, success isn't an accident, it's built. And the bricks you lay in your 20s will either hold up the mansion of your dreams or crumble under the weight of regret. So today, let me give you 10 guiding principles to make your 20s the most fruitful and defining years of your life. Take them seriously, and they can change the course of your future. Your 20s should not be about chasing the highest paycheck. They should be about chasing the best lessons. Far too many young people want the rewards of success before they have built capacity to handle them. The truth is, money without wisdom vanishes, but wisdom creates money again and again. This is the decade where you must become a student of life. Take jobs that teach you discipline, resilience, communication, leadership, and problem solving, not just those that give you a comfortable salary. Every opportunity, even the difficult ones, is a classroom. You might not realize it now, but the late nights, the tough bosses, the pressure of deadlines, all of these are sharpening your sword for battles ahead. So don't say, this doesn't pay enough. Instead ask, what can this teach me? The man or woman who spends their 20s learning becomes unstoppable in their 30s. Learn before you earn, because the earning will come, and it will be multiplied if the foundation is solid. Goals are important, yes. They give you direction, but habits are what truly define your life. You see, a goal is something you reach once, but a habit is something you live with every day. If you set a goal to run a marathon, you cross the finish line once. But if you build the habit of fitness, you'll stay healthy for decades. In your 20s, discipline must become your best friend. Create small, consistent daily habits. Reading for 30 minutes, saving 10% of your income, exercising regularly, waking up early, or writing down your plans. These may look small, almost trivial, but the compounding effect is enormous. Here's the danger of ignoring habits. The bad ones also compound. Laziness compounds. Overspending compounds. Wasting hours scrolling compounds. Before you know it, 5 years are gone, and you're left wondering where the time went. So, don't just focus on big goals that sound impressive. Focus on the habits that make those goals possible. Because the truth is, your future isn't hidden in your dreams. It's hidden in your daily routines. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. Your 20s are where your circle of influence matters more than ever. If you surround yourself with people who only talk about gossip, partying, or complaining, don't be surprised if your life begins to mirror theirs. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with dreamers, doers, readers, and believers, you will naturally rise to their level. This doesn't mean you must cut off every friend who isn't ambitious, but it does mean you must be intentional about who influences you the most. Spend more time with people who challenge you, who inspire you, who make you uncomfortable in a good way. If you're the smartest person in your group, it's time to find a new group. The company you keep is like soil. If it's rich and fertile, you'll grow. If it's dry and toxic, you'll wither. Guard your circle. Choose wisely. Because in your 20s, one of the greatest investments you'll ever make is not in stocks or property. It's in people. Talent without discipline is wasted potential. Ideas without discipline remain fantasies. Your 20s are the best time to build self-control. Why? Because life only gets busier, responsibilities only get heavier, and distractions only get louder. If you can't discipline yourself now, when will you? Self-discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. It's waking up when you said you would. It's sticking to your budget when spending is tempting. It's choosing to study while your friends binge another series. It's saying no to short-term pleasure for long-term gain. Most people think discipline means restriction. It doesn't. Discipline is freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from dependency. Freedom from mediocrity. Imagine the freedom of being debt-free, of being healthy, of being in control of your emotions. All possible through discipline. So, in your 20s, don't just chase what feels good. Chase what builds discipline. Because the man or woman who masters self, discipline in their 20s will command their 30s, 40s, and beyond. You are your greatest asset. Not your job, not your possessions. In your 20s, the best return on investment isn't in the stock market, it's in yourself. Books, courses, skills, mentors. Oh, hell, these are the seeds you must plant. Too many young people spend on temporary pleasures, new clothes, endless subscriptions, fancy nights out. None of these are bad, but if they consume your budget, you're robbing your future self. Imagine if every month you invested even a fraction into learning a new skill, improving your body, or expanding your mind. In a few short years, you'd be ahead of 90% of your peers. The world pays for value, and value comes from personal growth. So, if you want higher income, build higher value. Learn communication, leadership, digital skills, financial literacy. Travel if you can. It expands your perspective. Read biographies of great people. They'll save you years of mistakes. Remember, no one can ever take away what you become. So make becoming your priority. Invest in yourself, and the dividends will follow you forever. Your 20s are the safest time to take risks. Why? Because you have less to lose and more to gain. At this age, you may not have a family to feed, a mortgage to pay, or decades of routine weighing you down. You can afford to try, to fail, and to learn. Too many young people play it too safe, fearing rejection, fearing embarrassment, fearing failure. But failure in your 20s is education, not devastation. Every setback gives you wisdom that no classroom can teach. And wisdom is worth far more than comfort. Stumble forward in your 20s, then regret trying in your 40s. Remember, regret weighs tons, while failure weighs ounces. Take risks while you're young, because those risks can become the stories, the skills, and the successes that start that side hustle. Launch that project. Take that trip. Speak up with your ideas. The rest of your life. Money is applied for jobs you think are out of your league. Yes, you may stumble. But better to a tool, not a master. But if you don't master it in your 20s, it will master you in your 30s. Financial discipline is not about being stingy. It's about being smart. Here's the trap many fall into. As soon as income rises, lifestyle rises faster. New clothes, new gadgets, new cars, all to impress people who aren't even watching. And before you know it, debt becomes your shadow. Instead, use your 20s to master budgeting, saving, and investing. Save at least 10% of everything you earn. Build an emergency fund. Learn about compounding, the eighth wonder of the world. The earlier you start, the less effort it takes later. But remember, it's not just about saving. It's about learning how money works. Study wealth, understand debt, learn taxes, and make money your servant. Because if you don't respect money, money will disrespect you. Financial freedom starts with financial discipline. And the best time to plant that seed is now. Success without health is failure in disguise. What good is wealth if you don't have the energy to enjoy it? What good is achievement if you're too sick to live fully? Your 20s often fool you into thinking your body is invincible. You can eat junk, skip sleep, and still function. But the bill always comes due, and when it does, it's much harder to pay later in life. So, build the foundation of health now. Exercise regularly. Eat food that fuels, not just food that fills. Sleep like it matters, because it does. And don't just think physical, mental health is equally vital. Limit the comparison trap of social media. Practice gratitude. Spend time in nature. Remember, energy is the currency of achievement. Without energy, even the best ideas remain undone. So, if you want to be unstoppable in your 20s and beyond, protect your body and mind like they're your most precious investments, because they are. No matter your profession, your ability to communicate will determine how far you rise. In your 20s, it's tempting to hide behind screens, emojis, or casual talk. But those who master the art of communication, speaking clearly, writing persuasively, listening deeply, will always stand out. Think about it. Every job interview, every business deal, every relationship, every opportunity depends on communication. The world does not reward the silent genius nearly as much as it rewards the one who can explain ideas, inspire others, and lead conversations. How do you build this skill? Practice, read aloud, join clubs, network, learn to tell stories, ask more questions, and truly listen. And perhaps most importantly, communicate with authenticity. People follow people who are real. Remember, success is not just about what you know. It's about how well you can share it. Communication is the bridge between your vision and the world. Build it strong in your 20s, and it will carry you everywhere you want to go. The biggest mistake of youth is living only for today. While it's important to enjoy the present, it's dangerous to ignore the future. In your 20s, long-term thinking is your greatest advantage. Every choice you make now, habits, money, health, relationships, plant seeds. Some will bear fruit in a year, others in a decade. But one thing is certain, the harvest will come. So ask yourself, will the things I'm doing today bless me or burden me tomorrow? Is the lifestyle I'm chasing sustainable? Is the work I'm doing building skills I'll still value 10 years from now? Most people overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year, but underestimate what they can achieve in 10. Your 20s are not about arriving at the destination. They are about building the vehicle that will carry you there. Think long term, because when you do, every day becomes an investment in a future you'll be proud to live. My friend, your 20s are a gift. They are the foundation years. The time to learn, to grow, to stumble, to rise, and to prepare. Don't waste them chasing only comfort or distraction. Use them to build wisdom, discipline, habits, and character. If you live your 20s with intention, your 30s will reward you. Your 40s will admire you. And your 50s will thank you. Success isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build, brick by brick, day by day. And the best time to start is right now, in your 20s.